Hi, guys. It's Dr. George for our only and first Tuesday of spring break. And I forgot to post about Tip-In Tuesdays. I looked at the last one from last week and I realized that it was an old one. So I apologize for that, but you guys can always go back and watch. So, my book for today is, and I hope that many of you are enjoying, or all of you are enjoying the spring break. And if you're not, that you're still enjoying every day that we have. But I do have a book tonight. Today is the day. And this book is written by Eric Walters and illustrated by Eugenie Fernandes. So here's this book. Today is the day. Now, also, with that being said, if you purchase this book, I always like to talk about things that are special about each book. But if you are to purchase this book, a contribution will be given to the creation of Hope Charity um, every time they sell a book in Canada. So that's pretty awesome. And inside of the book cover, flip to the back. I guess I'll show you that last because it'll give away the book. But I'll go ahead and get started. Remember, if you want to put those comments in, you can put those comments in. So today is the day. Little girl, she was very excited. Today is the day, written by Eric Walters, illustrated by Eugenie Fernandes. How pretty she is. Latuna's eyes popped open. She had been waiting for almost a year, and finally the day had arrived. She was so excited she wanted to shout, but she didn't want to wake the other girls. She needn't have worried. Most of them had been awake so early they could have woken the roosters. They all knew that today was today. We all know it's Women's History Month, so every book I read is will feature a girl or a woman. Petuno's name meant happy. Despite the death of her parents and living with so little before she came to the orphanage, she always tried to be like her name. But on this morning, everybody was happy. The smiles were wider, the laughter louder, and the voices brighter. After breakfast, Petuno and her friend Kaniki tried to peek into the storage room. Behind the partly open door were the usual bags of rice, pies, and beans, but today there was more than just food. Many of the children had lived at the orphanage for years, so they knew all about the wonderful things inside. For the newest children like Lutano and Kaniki, this would be their first time. The other children had told them about the surprises in the storeroom, and they were excited to see for themselves. Even though today was today, there were still chores to be done. Clothes needed to be washed, goats and chickens fed, wood chopped, and crops picked. All the children helped in their own way. Matuno quickly finished sweeping the yard so she could do her favorite chore, feeding the orphanage dog. Her name was Rafiki, which meant friend in Swahili. The dog could sound fierce, but she was gentle with the children. Usually, Rafiki went out at night to help the watchman guard the compound. Now she had another important job. She was the mother to the little puppies. Good morning, Rafiki, Matuno said as she put down a bowl for the dog. Rafiki wagged her tail. The bowl was filled with porridge and table scraps, and at the bottom was a little piece of sausage Matuno had saved for breakfast. It was an extra special meal for an extra special day. Hi, Mike. Matuno picked up one of the puppies. Rafiki, your babies were born on the 21st day of June. Now they are 21 days old. Just then, Matuno saw people arriving at the compound. That meant the time was getting closer. Matuno's stomach fluttered with excitement. Gently, she placed the puppy back beside Rafiki. Take good care of your baby, she said, as she went to greet the people. So I forgot to put my things up. Scrolling across is the book, but is also an AR book. So that's your AR information there. Let me get it to save so it's on the screen at all times. So there we go. So the book is scrolling at the bottom and the AR information is posted on the screen. Go ahead and write those down. The visitors were relatives of the children who lived at the orphanage, grandparents, aunts and uncles, grown siblings. Matuno's grandmother would be there somewhere. When Matuno's parents died, her grandmother had taken her in and had cared for her. Now, her grandmother was too old and frail to care for Matuno, but she still came to see her granddaughter as often as she could. Matuno couldn't wait to see her. She hurried past the new baby calf. Good morning, little one, she called. You were born on the 6th of June. I remember it, even if you do not. You really remember his birthday. She ran past the new baby goats and the chicks just out of their eggs. There were always new animal babies at the orphanage, chicks and calves and kittens and puppies, little kids and lambs. At last, Matuno found her grandmother. And how is my precious girl today? Her grandmother asked. Matuno wrapped her arms around her grandmother. I could not be happier, she said. They talked and talked until it was time for Matuno to join the other children. Hello, Miss Betty. The matron welcomed the visitors. Greetings were offered, messages and news shared, and Thanksgiving. The children, Thanksgiving. The children shuffled and squirmed, too excited to stand still or listen. Then it began, the moment all the children had been waiting for. Hi, Melvin. One by one, names were called, and children came forward to get a cloth bag and a colorful hat. As they pulled things out of their bags, the Tuno saw toy cars and dolls, stuffed animals, shirts, balls, jump ropes, pencils, notebooks, toothbrushes, and candy. There were 115 children in all. The Tuno shifted from foot to foot, trying to be patient. But with each name that was called, it became more difficult. Batunu, the matron, finally called out. Batunu jumped forward. The matron placed a head on her head and a bag in her hand. It was heavy. Batunu was eager to see the gifts in the bag, but they weren't what she really wanted. What she really wanted was still to come. Look how excited they are. It looks like birthdays. After all the children had received their gifts, they gathered in front of a large table that held 15 cakes. The matron held up her hand. When all was quiet, she spoke. Each year we gather to celebrate the birthdays of all the children of the orphanage. Today is the day. Some of you know the date of your birth, and some of you do not. You read that again. The matron held up her hand. When all was quiet, she spoke. Each year we gather to celebrate the birthdays of all the children of the orphanage. Today is the day. Some of you know the date of the birth, and some of you do not. For those who do not know, today and forever, July the 12th will now officially be your birthday. Everyone clapped and cheered and hooted and laughed. Let us all sing, the old matron called out, and she began the song. This was what Matuna had been waiting for. She joined in, and her voice seemed louder, and her smile seemed brighter than all the others. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. This day was about presents and cake and a shiny cat, but it was more than that for Matuna. Today, for the very first time, she knew that her coming into the world was not forgotten. It was a cause for joy celebration. Today was more than just a day. Today was Matuno's day, her birthday. Happy birthday to me. Now, here's the best part, because I never read the books. I always find these really neat things. The creation of hope. You can find it at www.creationofhope.com. I'm going to type it in this little box, W. And remember, if you buy this book, it money goes to this organization in Canada. And it says, I'm going to make sure I say it right. A contribution to the Creation of Hope charity will be made by the author and publisher based on the sales of this book in Canada. So if you live in Canada, buy that book. So I went ahead and posted the link. It's located in Kikimako, rural community of Buki District, Kenya. It helps orphans throughout the region. In this small community of less than 22,000 people, there are over 500 orphans. There are many reasons for this crisis. The main reason is HIV and AIDS. Other health concerns, accidents, and abandonment are also factors. Children who have lost their parents are often taken in by relatives who may themselves be living in poverty, or as was the case for many of the children in our program. There was no one to care for them, and they were left to live on the streets and fend for themselves. So here's a little map of Kenya, and guess who that little girl is? There she is, the real girl. Isn't she beautiful? Beautiful. Today, there are 55 children in our Rolling Hills residence. Over 50 others are given support to attend high school and to reside there. And more than 300 orphans and impoverished children are provided for so that they can live with extended families. The births of many of the children born in rural Kenya are never registered. This could be because of poverty, illiteracy, or even superstition, since some people believe that recording the birth of a child might be bad luck. Sometimes the birth may be noted, but not written down. And with the passage of time or the loss of parents, the date is forgotten. And it goes on and on. But let me show you these pictures. There's Matuno again in the cow closure. That's the room that she slept in. And there's is some more. So here's a picture with her with the loot bags. Kanini, which means little one, I'll show you Kanini, and Mumi giving the thumbs up. So here are some of the children from the orphanage that we're talking about. So the first birthday party was held in 2011 for 54 orphans. In 2013, it grew to 150 orphans, according to the children. A total of 157 children celebrating their birthdays together. So each child receives a loot bag that's filled with gifts, including pens, pencils, school books, stickers, a storybook, treats, a stuffed animal, socks, a t-shirt, and sports equipment or a game. Each child also receives a balloon and a party hat. And some years they get noise makers, party masks, and bubble makers. And there's cake. Not just for the birthday celebrants, but for everybody, cousins, grandparents, aunts, uncles, guardians, and visitors. These cakes are made by our staff and others in our residence. One of the few ovens in the entire district. So that's Kay serving cake at the top. And then there's a picture of the celebration and a picture of them getting cakes and Maui taking a picture more. Happy kids. And then at the back, the most important gift is what comes after. The staff works to ensure that each child receives a government-issued birth certificate that shows either the day that they know or believe is their birthday, or the day that is decided upon as their birthday. With the birth certificate, the children are official. Government must acknowledge them as real people with all the rights of citizens. Tano is one of the many orphans who now has a birthday and a birth certificate, and every year she looks forward to her birthday on July 12th. Happy birthday to the children of the creation of hope. Your birth is a cause for celebration. There's some of the birth certificates, and it's totally different than how we do it in the United States. And here's the poster that I discovered inside. So there's a poster. That's what a picture of the book and a poster. And it has a day to celebrate, a day to enjoy, a day to remember. Today is the day. So that's the book cover. So if you take the book cover, you'll see that. Also, if you like this book, there's two other books. My name is Blessing and Hope Spring. So those are two books. So that is a book. My biggest takeaway from this book is sometimes we think that we just don't have enough, or things aren't right. And then we realize that it always gets worse, but not really worse in their case, because guess who wasn't disappointed? Those kids. In spite of their lives, they were happy. And that goes back to the quote I say every single day and every single morning on social media, have a great day on purpose. Meaning that no matter what is going on in your life, you ensure that you have a great day all the time, and it doesn't mean that you affect other people's day. Don't ruin their day to make your day better. Just make sure your day is okay. So again, thank you, Betty. So again, there's the AR information. So if you take those AR tests, get that. Guys, I'll be back next Tuesday. I have a proposed author that might be appearing, but I need to check with them first. So if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. And remember, please order this book. If you don't have it, order this book. It's a great learning lesson for scholars and kids all over the world. Oh, I have another feature. First time I'm ever going to use it. I'm gonna try it. So if you have a little one that's listening, a little exit music. That means I'm done. So, guys, good night. I'll see you next Tuesday. And remember, if nobody else tells you, good night.